Hello, my name is Stormy Kynard, and I am doing my project over Chapter 22, Respiration, Gas Exchange. Now, before I begin my video, I would like to do a pre-warning that I am not the best at pronouncing scientific words or any big words in general properly. So I apologize in advance for any mispronounced words that may happen. So other than that, let's get started. For this video, I have 3 objectives, which are what I hope I can convey properly to you all, and hope that you can understand the basic functions of what I would like you to understand of what respiration is. So my first objective is to define what gas exchange is. And gas exchange is also known as respiration. That's why both terms are going to be used throughout this entire video. It is the same thing, just some people prefer to say respiration instead of gas exchange. And something to be aware of is that respiration is not to be confused with circular respiration. Those two are completely different things according to our textbook. My second objective is to understand the importance of gas exchange. As in, why is it important that we have this, our bodies have this capability? My third objective is to understand how respiration works, how it is able to do what it does. So let's get started. First of all, what is gas exchange? Respiration. What is it? Well, it is the process an organism goes through to change oxygen into carbon dioxide through their bodies. This is also the process, when it does this, it makes ATP, which is the energy our bodies need and use to keep us going. For gas exchange to properly work, there are 3 important steps. The first one is breathing, and this is when oxygen is taken into the lungs while carbon dioxide is taken out. The second step is transport. This is when oxygen is placed into the bloodstream from the lungs, where it is then attached to the red blood cells. The carbon dioxide in one's body is on the other route back towards the lungs from the red blood cells. It's an endless cycle. The final step is known as exchange. This process uses the oxygen and carbon dioxide to create ATP, which our bodies then use to power our cells. But why is this important? Well, respiration changes our food molecules into energy for our cells. This function is extremely important to us because while we can survive a few days without ingesting food or water, we cannot survive more than a few minutes without this process. Who knew breathing was so important? Now, how exactly does this work? We know that when we breathe in, oxygen does go into our lungs, but what is the process that it goes through? Well, first, gas exchange starts at the nasal cavity. This is where oxygen is entering our body. Then the oxygen is taken through the esophagus, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and finally into the alveoli. This is where the oxygen is processed and absorbed into the bloodstream, while the carbon dioxide is taken out and going through the exact same route the oxygen went through. Here I have a picture reference. So we have the nasal cavity, which is the nose. And yes, we can take in oxygen through our mouths, but it doesn't get as well processed as it would if we breathe through our noses. This is where our pharynx is, then our larynx, trachea, then the bronchioles, well, two main bronchi, and then you go into the smaller bronchioles. And then the alveoli is right here, and this is where the oxygen enters the bloodstream and carbon dioxide exits the bloodstream. It goes straight from these little pouches here. Here's my works cited, and I hope we were able to cover all three objectives, and you can understand now what the gas exchange is.